we watched Girls Trip? Because I have.
No. Is it good?
I have had I've gotten such mixed reviews from these listeners. A lot of people are like, oh man, this is just cringy. It's a bunch of older women that were all fired. That this is there is and people are saying certain people that this feels like there was no point for the show. They just gave it, remember, we announced we're gonna have a whole new RHONY and we're gonna have two RHONYs, that this is just like the parting gift just for the fans and just like, look, we did it. We promised you two. Here it is. A lot of other people like it. I have to say, because I heard so much about it, and I was like, how could this be good? I'm pleasantly, listen, it's like the old RHONY where you're having a major fight between the Kristen and Kelly Ben Simone, and then Luann's like, oh, they brought us caviar, darling. And it's like, it's the little things that are being said off to the side, if you really pay attention, that are hilarious. Do you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah,
Sonya's
sure.
Sonya's scratching her back with a knife, and just yawning. It's like, it's things like it's RHONY. It's the typical, it's kind of like Salt Lake is this season, where you have a bunch of all-stars and there's a million things going on at once. So I have to say, the kind of breakout star is Kristen Taeman. Kristen
Wow.
is like, you know what it is? Kristen is just like us. She's sitting, there's a one scene
Wow.
where her and Kelly go at it. Now, you could argue, are these two desperate people, like the non-OG OGs that like are finally back on the TV and they all want their moment? It's Kelly and Kristen. They waited 10 years for this. It doesn't feel that way. It feels where Kelly and Kristen are having this argument. And Kristen's like, no, 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 that happened in season 6. In season 6, she did this. And then she's like, no, 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 that was season 10. And then someone else says something. She's like, no, 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 that's the season you guys went to Montana. And Kelly is like, girl, are you a fan of the show?
Yeah.
Now, Carlos King, and they do break the fourth wall. Carlos has gone on to say, and I agree, what's wrong with being a fan? Can't you be? I'm personally not a fan. People can call me a fan. I'm not offended by that. I'm a fan of Madonna. I went to the Madonna concert and I screamed and I cried and I was there 2 nights and I didn't get any sleep and I went with all my boys. I'm a fan of Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone, yes, whose first album appeared in 1983 with
Oh,
Madonna,
Lord.
Madonna the Self-Entitled. And yes, I'm not a fan of Bravo or Housewives at this point in my life. This is my job. Love lots of people, but what is wrong if Kristen is a fan? But she's like, I'm not a fan. I just know the show. I watch the show. Like, I have a great memory. And Kelly just can't. She's like, no, it's a little weird that you stalked all of us. And Kristen's like, what? Kristen knows every little detail. So it's
I
really
love it.
funny. It's
Okay, that'd be a
funny.
good combo. Yeah, that'd be really
Listen, they talk about her husband's thing with Ashley Madison. Remember, the husband was on Ashley Madison. So they're going back. And look, so
good.
Kristen to me is the breakout star. Kelly, I had Kelly on this podcast. I thought it was going to be a big redeeming moment for her. Lots of people were like, having Kelly on your podcast did not redeem her. The consensus amongst the fans from doing a temperature check is that this experience has not redeemed Kelly just yet. She's the same Kelly, sure. I think I think Kelly, I really do think Kelly is a misunderstood housewife, but I get why everybody thinks she's crazy. She really is all about authenticness and being in the moment and I don't like it not being thirsty, but when she tries to explain this in every situation, yeah, sometimes she comes
Thursday.
across as like a little crazy. That's all. But it's a lighthearted watch so far. So there you go. And Ramona is not taking over every scene. So I don't know. Did they minimize her? I don't know about that. But Dorinda's fighting with Kristen and saying, let's not get it confused, honey. You were fired. I was put on pause. And Kristen is like, what? She's like, it sounds like being on pause and fired are the same thing. So Kristen is kind of like the voice of reason. She's kind of like the breakout of the whole damn show for me. I don't know if that's because we haven't seen her in so long, but that's where I am. Sorry for being so long-winded.
No, that's great. I mean, no, I love to hear your hot take on that. Oh, I think people are definitely talking about it for sure.
That's my hot take. What else you want to talk about?
Okay, well, let's go to Beverly Hills. And what do you make of, like, where are you at? Where's your temperature? Where's your opinion with are Kyle and Morgan together? Because there was a big video out of the lyrics to 27 Club, one of Morgan Wade's songs, where basically she's like, I'm hooking up with a Beverly Hills hottie, the one that wants to do pills off my body. I'm way over that. I'm at the chateau. We're leaving separately because you're famous. You know, she gotta go, whatever the lyrics are. They're along that line. And then, of course, Morgan's doing an interview and she goes, I haven't even been to the chateau, but I wrote about it. And now that I'm in Beverly Hills, I have contacts. Okay. Is anyone like, I mean, and Kyle came forth in this past episode and was like, my relationship with Morgan is unlike any of my friendships. Our girl Dorit is no longer close with Kyle. I mean, where are you at, honey? Where is your gator?
Well, like, why are you putting this into a song if it's not happening? That seems crazy, right? She's putting in the song that she's hooking up with a Beverly Hills hottie that's doing
That's
pills
what I
off her
thought too.
body.
Isn't country music all about the story of your life and your depression and your terrible childhood? I mean, isn't that what like now?
Morgan, can I just say something? Morgan annoys me on the show. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling these scenes with her. I don't like her so far. I don't like her. Sorry.
Um,
She
I
annoys
don't
me.
know. I mean, I guess, every country song is not, and people, a lot of country artists sing other people's songs. So it's not like it's rare to not have it be the truth, but it's just such a weird coincidence. I don't know. And then
Listen, I just had Allison Dubois on, the medium, and she's all about it being fake. Now, my other friend, I mean, I can say this. I'm not, I go back when it's text. I mean, I text with Catherine Edwards all the time. She's like, well, she thinks it's real. I mean, here's my thing. It's little things like this. You look at Kathy Hilton's Christmas party, and there's Kyle and Morgan. Now, I know Kathy says she loves Morgan and blah, blah, blah. But like, you're there with Morgan. Like, okay, yes, Kathy probably would have invited her anyway. Sure. Seems like the two of you went together. So it's like, I just, why? You don't spend all this time and bring someone to a Christmas party. Like, to me, you're
they love it, honey.
together, whether you're fucking, whether you fuck every now and then, whether you pass out drunk together naked, whether you're just nothing has happened, but you're in love with the person. This doesn't seem like a friendship to me. It seems like more. I'm sorry. It just does.
Okay, so so what changed for you? Because a couple episodes ago you were like, "No, I don't think they're together."
I mean, what is she doing at Kathy's Christmas party? Maybe that was it. Like, why are you? I don't get it.